everybody, my name is Shazanae, and today I'm going to be starting a 3-part series using this new palette I got from Sephora. I posted a mini haul. It was a Sephora Bed Bath & Beyond and Lush haul, so I showed this palette in that haul. Oh my gosh. My nails are so bad, like to the point of where it's just awful. I'm getting them done Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. I'm getting them done tomorrow. So one more video that you have to put up with these nails. Besides that, in that haul, I showed this palette. And while I was going through the palette, I saw this piece of paper. It was folded up within the palette, and it showed 3 different eye makeup looks that you can create using this palette. So I thought that it might be fun to recreate them on camera. So each video for this series will be a different eye makeup look. So today we're doing sweet and spicy, and on the back it shows you what colors to use and where. So I figured it would be a really good idea to show you what how to use these colors and you know, see what different looks we can get out of this palette. I showed these colors already in the haul, but I'll show you again because there are a lot of colors I never really used. Like I definitely have never used a violet or like a light lavender like that. Even this macaron. It says macaron, but I think it's like macaroon. Macaroon sounds better to me, but it's like a burnt orangey color, which I've never used a color like that before. So, and also blackberry, which is like this deep plum color. So, well, even that violet color. It says sugared violet, but it kind of looks like a blue. Well, it's like a bluish purple, which I guess is violet. But anyway, so I was really, really excited to give these colors a try, and I thought what better way than to try out these tutorials with them. I do have the rest of my eye makeup, like my eyeliner, mascara, and fake lashes to put the whole eye makeup look together. But to prepare for this video, I already went ahead and did my face makeup, and I did grab one lipstick to put on after the video that I thought might go nice with this particular look. So with, you know, the other 2 looks, I'm gonna see, this one will probably be like a dark vampy look, and this one will probably be like Candy Yum Yum from MAC or something. Not necessarily like wearable looks, all of them, but just kind of fun. I wanted a lip color that would match the look. So without further ado, let's jump right into the first eye makeup look. So there's 3 steps to each look. So the first step says sweep rock candy from lashes to brow. So rock candy is right here. Whoopsies. Rock candy is right here. So it's like this like champagne-y highlighting color. It's extremely pigmented. I'm already getting to like realizing as I'm swatching these colors. So I'm just going to take a flat shader brush right here, and I'm going to, like I said, sweep rock candy from my lashes to my brow bone. And this is going to be a great video to see how these colors apply, and I'm not using any primer whatsoever. So keep that in mind as these colors are going on, that there is no primer. So if they turn out vibrant, you can tell that they're extremely pigmented. And this highlighting color is not bad. Even without a primer, it's pretty pigmented. It is a bit shimmery, but not like too shimmery. It's kind of a subtle shimmer. But okay, so that was step 1. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. Okay, so I have rock candy all over my eyelids. So that was step number 1. Step number 2 says blend macaroon or macaron, I don't know, onto the lid. So macaroon, I'm just going to call it macaroon. That one is that burnt orange color I was talking about. So I'm just going to use the same shader brush to really show you how easy it is to create a look. So they want that color spread all over the eyelid, and just looking at it on the brush, look how like bright that is and pigmented it looks. Let's see how it goes on the eyes. Now this is going over that highlighting color, so it does have a little bit of like champagne-y undertone to work off of. So I don't know if this color would show up any different if you just put it on bare skin, but it's coming out super pigmented, and I actually really enjoy the color. I think it's a really gorgeous color. It's really coral on the eyelids. It looks quite I mean, it's orange, but it looks a lot more orange in the palette. Now, fallout, it doesn't seem too bad. Like, there is fallout. I've never found an eyeshadow that doesn't have any fallout. So you're going to get fallout, I think, with any palette that you get. But it's not bad. I know some palettes are a lot worse with fallout than others, but this one isn't bad. And being this pigmented with not that bad of a fallout is pretty impressive to me. Okay, so that was step number 2. I'm just leaving the fallout so you can see all of it at the end and see how well or bad it did with fallout. So the last step is line upper lash line with malted milk ball, which is the next color, which is like this brown shimmery color. And I noticed that they're in a row. So this is you see me in the mirror. This is eye look number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3, which is pretty convenient if you want to remember the eye look and you lose the paper or whatever. So I'm just taking an angled brush and I'm going into that brown color. And I'm going to align my lids with this color. I can't really talk while doing that, however. So I'm trying to line my lids and I'm noticing that it's not coming up very well. Like, you can see it, but it's not very pigmented. I can definitely tell the difference between this eye and this eye, at least in person, which it's pretty, but it's not my cup of tea because I like really thick and bold eyeliner. So what I'm gonna do, and by the way, these did not give you a guide to the bottom lash, so that you just gotta kind of wing on your own. So I might actually just leave my bottom lashes. I'm just gonna coat my bottom lashes, but I'm not gonna put any. I'm sorry. I'm thinking I'm not gonna put anything on my bottom lashes. But this doesn't have a crease color, which I thought was going to be this. I think it would be a really pretty crease color instead of the liner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush. And instead of using this color as a liner, I'm going to work it into my crease instead and see if it's any more pigmented. Yeah, it's coming up, but it's not like my usual crease color is Tease from Naked 2 or Buck from Naked 1. Okay, it's starting to show up, but it needed a little bit of help. But I thought that when I was looking at these colors before I started filming, I thought that this color was going to be a crease color, which makes more sense to me. I do understand the idea that people line their eyes with eyeshadows, but I've never been a fan of that. So maybe it's just not completely my cup of tea. I feel like the colors are gorgeous. I just have to rearrange the makeup look a little bit to kind of satisfy myself. You know what I mean? This is the way I usually do my eye makeup, is I'll do like a dark crease color, usually in the brown family, and then I'll do a lid color. But I'm liking this a lot better than what they were suggesting with the liner. One, it wasn't showing up very well, which, I mean, it can be a very soft line, but again, that's not really my thing. But I'm liking this color much, much more as a crease color. So it could be kind of an everyday crease color for me if I want a more subtle color than the other two I mentioned. It's blending out nicely, but now you can see even more fallout. So I'm just showing you what the fallout looks like before I go ahead and wipe that away, which it does wipe away nicely. It's not like streaking or anything, which is always a plus. So I don't have anything like I don't have anything bad to say about this palette. I'm just going to go over that macaroon color a little bit more. Just because I lost a little bit of the pigmentation as I was putting on my crease color. The palette itself is gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous. But following the suggested makeup look it was giving me wasn't necessarily my cup of tea. It might be yours. It just wasn't mine. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now, excuse me. now that I have all the eyeshadow on, I'll give you like a quick glimpse of that. I'm now gonna go ahead and line my eyes. Because I'm not doing any eyeshadow down here, I'm not gonna do like my big wing that actually comes down here. I'm just gonna do a regular cat's eye. Okay, so I went ahead and lined my eyes, so it's obviously a much more dramatic line than lining my eyes with that dark brown color. I think I'm going to take Molten Milk Ball and take it a little bit under the eye just to give my eye a little bit of definition, because I always put eyeshadow under my eye and I just feel a little bit naked without it. So I'm just going to take a small brush that looks like that, and I'm just gonna sweep a little bit of that, basically the crease color that we used, and I'm gonna sweep it under my eye a little bit. Okay, so what I'm noticing about this brown color is that I do like it. It just doesn't come out extremely pigmented, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes I want a softer brown versus a lot of heavy pigmented browns that I have. And it's very hard to achieve a soft brown because you have to do so much blending, where with that brown color, it's very easy to blend. Definitely Macaroon and Rock Candy were much more pigmented than that brown color, which surprised me that the lighter colors were more pigmented, but I really love the colors. There is nothing bad to say about the colors, and there's nothing bad to say about this tutorial either. It's gorgeous, it's just not necessarily my cup of tea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish my mascara. I just put, I have one coat of mascara on my top lashes. So I'm going to put one more coat on my top lashes, 2 on my bottom, and then I'm going to stick on my fake lashes. And then I'm going to try out a lipstick with this color and see if it goes at all. And then we'll see the finished product all put together. Okay, so I finished my eyes. My eyelash glue is still drying a little bit, but it's mostly dried, and I went over the lash band with some black liquid eyeliner, so I blended it in a little bit nicely. But my thoughts of this is that I really like it. It's different than what I normally do on a daily basis, but I think the color is so pretty, and it doesn't make me look dead. That's a big thing because I'm so pale. Some lip colors and some, hi Gabby. A cat. And some eyeshadows make me look even more pale and just not alive. And I was really kind of scared of that color because I was like, oh man, it's gonna make me look really dead. But it didn't. It's actually like a really pretty color. Not something I would wear on a daily basis, but definitely if I was going out to like the beach, it reminds me a lot of spring and summer and the beach. I think it's just because of the coral color. Actually, I have a starfish on me. Oh my gosh, I'm so beachy today. So I wanted to quickly show you that you can wear this look with nothing on your lips. You can wear it with a little bit of like a tint, or you can do more of a dramatic lip, which I really was curious about how it would look. Because if I was going to wear this look, it would probably be out to like dinner at the beach or something, or like a party at the beach or something, you know what I mean, like a late night thing at the beach. So I want to try a little bit of a bolder lip. So this color is like a burnt orange, so I figured it might go nicely with this color. I might be totally wrong, but we're about to find out. Okay, so this is, my head is really itchy. It's like my extensions. The tracks get itchy. So this is what it looks like with a bolder lip. I picked out this orange color again because I figured it might go nicely with it, which I think it does. I could be totally wrong, but it's in the same family. Obviously, one is much darker than the other, but I like it. But that's just to show you guys that you can take a very simple look and just make it a bit more glamorous, a bit more nightlife, if you just add a little bit of a gold color, pop of bold color, and I'm using Nabby lipstick in the color Sunrise, and again, that's what it looks like on my hand, that's what it looks like on my lips. So that is it. So that was look number 1 out of the Sugar Pop palette. So like I said, next time will be this one if you're curious about what Sugar Plums will look like, which is a lot of purples, purples and dark colors. So I'm probably going to be doing a really dark lip with that one, and then this one will be the next one after that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Also, if you want to see the other makeup looks, leave a thumbs up. That tells me that you enjoyed this and that you enjoyed this series so far. You can also subscribe if you don't want to miss any new videos. And I'm also on Instagram and Twitter, both at Shayzanae. And until my next video, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.